What is good mga ka-champion, and welcome back to another video. For today's video guys, I'll share with you how you can easily plot your basic key level of support or resistance. When we talk about these levels, there are always two questions arising from this matter. Number one is, saan ba talaga yung tamang key level of support or resistance? Okay? Pangalawa is, paano ko makakasiguro na yung ginagalawan kong area is may key level of support or resistance. Okay? For some people naman, tinatanong ako, sir, bakit kayo ginagawa nyo line lang? Bakit for some people, rectangular zone? So, tandaan nyo, the price doesn't move in a specific price level. Nevertheless, tandaan natin, there's always an issue of subjectivity when it comes to support or resistance. So, for today's video, tuturuan ko kayo how you can alleviate that issue or simply, more or less, solve that para mas malaman nyo if you are trading properly sa tamang support at resistance. Thank you so much to all my TFP VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng mga sumusuporta. In addition, if you want to be my student, you may want to check out all the details at the description below. Alright, so without further ado, let's get straight to our lesson. Alright, so when we talk about key level of support and resistance, okay, some people would ask me, sir, bakit ba ang ginagawa mo lang is line? Okay, and bakit yung iba ginagawa is range? Okay, tandaan nyo, it all depends kung ano yung gagawin yung style of trading or kung ano yung opportunity na gusto nyo makuha. Okay, ano example niyan? Di ba, meron normally tayong tatlong styles. Ano yan? Swing, day trade, or scalp. Okay, so whenever I use single line, okay, I only referring to the past previous candle high and low. Bakit ganon? Tandaan nyo, short term kasi yung gagawin kong trading. I will only need to set a boundary from that short term. So alam ko ano lang yung limit ko sa sa ceiling at ano yung limit ko sa floor. So in other words, di ba, this support and resistance sometimes can be referred to as price floor kung support at price ceiling kung resistance. That is why kailangan malaman mo ano ba yung previous day high and low. Lalo na if you're just trading on the following day, short-term trading lang. Bakit? It would matter pag bumaba ka ng lower time frame. Diyan nyo maintindihan anong relevance ng multi-time frame analysis at top-down analysis concept. Okay, I will show you na bakit sa mga videos ko, ang ginagawa ko lang na support at resistance recently is yung aking high and low nung previous day candle. Tandaan nyo, pwedeng magsimula kayo sa 4 hours or even 1 hour, depende sa style. But nevertheless, it is a good habit na magsimula kayo sa daily to know ano yung ginagalawan nyo on a daily perspective. Bakit? Normally, yung mga opportunities natin is within the day, diba? So, kahit scalping ka, you are still within that boundary sa araw-araw. Okay? So, I will use this point as my price ceiling, which is yung aking key level of resistance. Okay? Tandaan nyo na itong level na yan. Yung aking yan, di ba? Yan yung aking magiging resistance or price ceiling whenever I want to trade short term. Okay? So, ito yung next, yung low nung nung candlestick na yan. So, tanggalin ko na lang pala. Sorry. Para hindi kayo malito. Okay? So, I'll just make a line across. Okay? So, meaning, para lang sakto. Okay, guys. So, anong mapapansin nyo? This would serve as my boundary as price ceiling and price floor. Okay? So, the reason kino-consider ko na yan as support at resistance, bakit? Pag bumaba ako ng time frame, this daily candle will be broken down into series of candles. Particularly, if bababa ko ngayon ng 4 hours, makikita nyo yung relevance niyan. Okay, 4 hours. Okay? Anong mapapansin nyo? Diba? When we categorize support at resistance, diba? Paano ba natin pinaplat yun? Multiple reactions on a certain price level. So, ano nakita nyo dito? Yung kaninang ginawitan ko na single point lang as my previous day high, ilang reactions na siya meron? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That means relevant to saan? Sa lower time frame, lalo na sa 4 hours. Okay? Same goes sa aking price floor, which is in support. Okay? So ngayon, this can be only one. Nevertheless, alam ko pa rin yung boundary ko from this support level. Okay? Alam ko yung limitations ko kung saan lang ako. Okay? So take note, even though na price point lang yan, okay, it would make sense later on kapag nag-react dyan yung price. Okay? And now, if bababa ko ngayon ng mas mababa pang time frame, it would totally make sense more. Okay? So I will go down now sa hourly time frame or H1. Okay? So ano makikita nyo? How many reactions na yung ginalawa ng price, di ba? Kanina 4 lang, ngayon adjust ko lang 'tong mga bilog-bilog. So, yung 4 hour nahati naman yan sa tig 1 hour, di ba? 1 2 3 4 5, di ba? 6 and 7, actually madami, and 8. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung ceiling natin is simply yung ating key level of resistance. Just plotting yung previous day high. So, nakita nyo yung relevance. Kasi bakit? I will use this data, this level, as my key level sa short-term trade opportunities. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, alam ko na ang market is what? Okay? Ang market would possibly react to that past historical data in the future. So, same goes dito sa aking support. Even though iisa lang yan, tandaan nyo, it might react in the future. Bakit? These support and resistance levels, okay, tinatawag din yan market sentiment. Bakit? We have all the common understanding na ang mga tao or tayo lahat, retail traders, normally, saan ba tayo bumibili? Diba? Sa support. Okay? And yung ating selling area is simply saan? Sa resistance. So that is why nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na market sentiment whenever we have multiple reactions. Kaya nagpapabalik-balik yung price doon. Bakit? People are getting attracted to sell sa resistance at to buy saan? Sa support. Dahil, tandaan nyo, okay, what I know, everyone knows, lalo na dyan sa mga basic concepts. So, ibig sabihin, if you are a beginner intermediate, it is good to know ano yung tinatawag nating market sentiment, which is ano ba yung ginagalawan ng karamihan when it comes to your opportunities. So ngayon, alam natin na this level pala, highs and lows, will be significant. Okay, lalo na sa mas mababang time frame. That would possibly react. Okay, that would possibly, market would react to, okay, in future. Kaya, pinaplat natin siya as a key level. Okay, but as of now, market is sitting now dito sa resistance. Okay, so, nandun yung pinakamalapit. Nandito yung mga tao wherein they are attracted to sell. Okay? So ngayon, I will show you naman, tandaan nyo guys, ginagamit ko lang yung previous day high kapag ang ginagawa kong opportunity is short term, lalo na day trade at saka swing. Okay? So, I will go back sa daily. Okay? Para makita nyo naman anong relevance ang tinatawag natin na zone. Okay? So, tanggalin ko lang yan. I use zone lalo na kapag I am trading long term. For example, swing. Why is that? Bakit? Tandaan natin, in just plotting a previous day high and low, okay, it is not really relevant kapag ang ginagawan mo na ay mas mataas sa time frame. Bakit? Yung daily na yan can be irrelevant saan? Sa weekly or monthly. So, you have to make sure na merong multiple reactions na ginagalawan or merong reaction na yung price level na yon is nag-react na siya from the past. So, that is the only time na i-consider mo siya as range. Okay? Remember, price doesn't move on a specific price level lang. It goes in matter of ranges, lalo na kung long term. Okay? So, if I were to trade swing, I would consider the data or reactions from the left or from the past. Okay? And then, gagawin ko yun ng zone. So, anong gagawin ko dito? I will try to make sure na makakover ko lahat yung mga points as a range, as a reference value in the future. Okay? So, kung long term naman, di ba, meron tayo dito mga points. Okay? Take note, may points ako dyan. Okay? May mga common areas yan kung saan ang market would settle. Okay? Pero, taas-baba lang naman yan. So, in short, I would need to get naman yung range ng high and low from this group of candles or from this series of candlestick formations. Okay? So, nakita natin yung mga points. Nasaan ba yung pinakamataas dyan? Okay, sorry. So, nakita natin yung points. Saan ba yung pinakamataas dyan? Diba ito? So, I will use this as the high. Okay? Nasaan ba yung pinakamabang point dyan? I will use this as the low. Diba ito? So, ano mapapansin nyo? From that, makikita natin yung range. Yung yung lawak na occupy ng ng mga sellers. Bakit? Tandaan nyo, mayroong reactions from the past from this area or zone. So, diyan ko na gagawin yung aking rectangular level of resistance. So, yan na yung magiging resistance ko as a range. So, bakit? Pag tinignan ko yun sa lower time frame, it would make sense dahil yung market, nag-react na siya from the past from this series of price levels. So, ibig sabihin, I know kapag pumasok yung price ulit dito, I know I am on a level of significance pagdating sa seller's perspective. Ibig sabihin, yung ginagalawan ko ngayon is resistance area. Hindi lang dahil may resistance ako dito in terms of structure, hindi lang dahil meron akong resistance dito, or hindi lang dahil meron akong reactions dito or dito. Tandaan nyo, it is a range now. Bakit? You are now referring to your higher time frame perspective or long-term perspective. Kaya hindi pwedeng nagsasettle ka lang sa isang level lang. Bakit? Resistance din naman to Resistance din naman to or resistance din naman to. So which means, ganito kalawak yung ginagalawan ng price as of now in terms of resistance. So kaya, dyan nyo lang gagawin yung zone kapag you are trading long term. Okay? However, sabi ko nga, ito nakita natin sa daily, di ba? That's how I plot yung zone kapag I will be trading long term or particularly swing trade. But again, as I've said, kung short term, use just the previous highs and low nung candle. Diba? Ganun din yung ginagawa ko pag bumababa ako ng 4 hours. Okay? Since short term lang din naman, ang kino-consider ko lang as support at resistance is yung previous 4-hour candle high and low. Ito yon. Bakit? Tandaan nyo, covered ako ng scalping or short-term trade within this or day trade within this level lang. Ito yung boundary ko lang na pagtitradean. I will not be going against outside this level. Kaya pag pumunta ka ng 15 minutes, diba, it would make sense. So, nakikita nyo? Diba? Merong range of level na nagre-react yung price, same goes dito. So, easily, you can even plot yung range na tinatawag din as level of support. Okay? Or resistance. Yung high and low, diba? It would matter in your trading opportunity as your key level of support and resistance. So again, it's just the same logic but it will just give you the simplicity na hinahanap para kahit pa paano maalis nyo yung subjectivity. Bakit? Tandaan natin, given naman yan ng ating given naman ng ating support resistance is depende kung ano yung tinitingnan tao. So, pwedeng yung nakikita ko, hindi yung nakita mo. Kaya nga, di ba, may issue of subjectivity. So, again, I'm just giving you ideas how you can simply solve that in just simple logic using ranges of support and resistance. Okay? So, take note, walang eksaktong support at resistance level. You just have to find a way how to make it more logical for you. Nasa ng mga sellers, nasa mga buyers. Okay? So, again, I hope nagbigay linaw sa inyo to kahit pa paano, okay, na pwede naman pala kayo mag-plot ng support at resistance ng hindi eksakto, but nevertheless, make it more logical in matter of short-term trade or long-term trade. So, yun yung ginagawa ko, either line or zone, okay? But, therefore, subjectivity issue, masosolve lang yan, okay? At malalaman yan doon sa VIP mentorship program, okay? But nevertheless, okay, everyone can have the basic knowledge of understanding things, nasan ka man, nasan yung momentum, nasan yung area of sellers and buyers using just this concept, okay? I'm helping those beginners and intermediate levels. Bakit? Some of them really are confused. Okay? Ano ba yung ginagalawan nila? And they are plotting a lot of support assistance in a sense na hindi na nila alam saan ba talaga yung totoong key level. Okay? So, take note. Okay? Knowledge is limitless as well as yung capacity natin na matuto. Okay? So, if you want to learn more about trading, you may want to check out my TFP VIP Champion Mentorship Program. Check all the details at the description below. So again, thank you so much to all my TFP VIP Champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta. So, God bless. See you all on the next videos. Bye-bye.
So, I just want to inform and announce that our TFP VIP Champion student private Discord community is already up. And yeah, here we have several channels wherein we share our technical trading ideas among each other. And of course, we also have our weekly trade ideas para sa ating mga weekly forecast para sa mga currency pairs. And some announcement section. And of course, since tayo ay global, of course, we have other students as well na galing sa mga ibang bansa overseas. So, here we introduce ourselves and introduce kung saan tayo galing, sa bansa tayo ngayon, OFW man o hindi. But nevertheless, this is a healthy community para mag-share ng mga trading ideas para sa inyo guys. And hopefully, I will be putting up a server publicly para sa mga baguhan naman and those mga followers and subscribers natin. Alright? So yeah, this is just a minor announcement and hopefully guys, you can join us and make this community grow lalo na sa ating mga estudyante nag-aaral. Alright guys, so mga baguhan pa lang. But nevertheless, everyone here wants to learn, wants to make profits from the market, but as much as possible, we're all equal in the eyes of the market. Alright guys, so that would be it. So yun lang, and thank you very much. Alright, bye-bye.